Alright, we're going to talk about the DC multiverse. A multiverse consists of many different universes. That's why it's called a multiverse. A universe is basically consists of planets and stars, etc., etc. Now, DC affords multiple universes to occur, which is what you call the multiverse. But they do not occur in the same time and space. They occur in alternate times, alternate spaces, therefore alternate dimensions. So that whereas you may have one character operating a certain way in one universe, that character may be operating totally different or even non-existent in another alternate universe. So what you're seeing in front of you here is a picture of the multiverse. So here, this would be the center of the multiverse, which we'll find out more about that. And then we have another universe here, another universe, and many other universes, and they go down lines. So in other words, these universes can interact with one another along certain lines. I'm not going to go into any more about the multiverse like that. All I want you to know was that. Now our focus will be on Earth. So we're going to look at Earth throughout different universes. And in the DC multiverse, there are 52 universes you can look at Earth through. And therefore, the Earths in those universes are numbered Earth 0 to Earth 51. Now, there were a lot more Earths before Infinite Crisis, but they kind of started to see that, okay, this universe is kind of similar to another universe, so therefore we'll just leave it in the universes numbered from 1 to 51. Okay, 0 to 51. All right, let's move on. It'll make sense as we move along. So let's look at the different universes, shall we? So the first one we have is Earth 0. And according to them, Earth 0 is like the center or the foundation of this multiverse structure. So when we were looking at the circle, the little Earth in the center of that circle was Earth 0. And basically, Earth 0 has survived several attacks, and it basically consists mostly of the greatest young superheroes of the age at the peak or pinnacle of their powers. Basically, I can say that I think the DCEU is more or less Earth 0. Okay? Now let's look at another one. So Earth 0 will be in Universe 0. You understand? Now, Earth 0 can interact with almost every other universe that we're going to mention here. So that's why it's very important to understand it's the center of the multiverse, at least with respect to itself. Okay? Maybe there are other multiverses. So you have Earth 1. Earth 1 consists of Batman, as you can see, Superman, and Wonder Woman. It's also relatively new. And it not only has Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, but it also has the Teen Titans. It's also very pliable, and not anything in it is not really predictable. Everything in it is not predictable. Earth 2 consists of a universe where superheroes are now surviving after Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman died. Now you still have a Superman, but he's a different Superman. So this is a different Superman here. We have a different Batman. Okay, we don't have Wonder Woman anymore, but we have Power Girl. We have Huntress, sorry. We have Hawk Girl, Green Lantern. All of these are different people. Dr. Fate pulled them together. Okay. You have Earth 3, which is made up of supervillains. And they're counterparts to Superman. So you have here, you have Ultraman, you have Owlman, you have Superwoman, you have Power Ring, Johnny Quick, and if you look, there's a little woman in his hand. That's Atomica, and their counterparts are like Captain Atom or the Atom, the Flash, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. Right? Earth 4. Earth 4 is very similar to actually the Watchmen. It's like a Watchmen-like universe. In fact, this Earth was formed by the precursors that inspired the Watchmen. So for instance, this gentleman here is Captain Alan Adam, and that's the character on which Dr. Manhattan came about. Then you have Peacemaker, who's like the forerunner for the Comedian. You have The Question, who's the forerunner for Rorschach. The Blue Beetle, which is a forerunner for Nightwing, and you also have Nightshade, which is the forerunner for Silk Spectre. You have several other characters, of course. Earth 5 is basically Captain Marvel's family. Earth 6 is a sort of Aquaman story told world, in which Superman is actually an outcast cop. But here is Superman here, Aquawoman, you have Batman, you have Green Lantern. Okay, these are some of them. Earth 7 is very interesting. Earth 7 has characters that actually you could consider sort of parallels to Marvel's characters, even though they're also kind of parallels to Superman and so on as well. For instance, the Crusader, he definitely looks like Captain America, right? But the Crusader can also be a parallel to Superman. You have, well, Curry. Well, Curry, she is like a parallel to Wonder Woman. You have Devil Fist, which is this guy. You have Microbot, which looks like Iron Man, and he's even color-coded like Iron Man. It's really weird. You also have Gollum. You have Elastoman, and he's like one of the Fantastic Four members, and he's also like Plastic Man, right? So I'm just showing you that it's very interesting how these overlaps happen. You have Earth 8. Earth 8, by the way, Earth 7, all of those characters died when some demons came in and destroyed the world. Earth 8 has, again, heroes who gave their lives, and sometimes it's very costly, but again, you see some parallels between Marvel, you see parallels between DC, okay? So, first we have here, we have Bug, which is in the back here. We have Lady Beetle, which is, she kind of looks like Spider-Man. We have Machine Lead, Red Dragon. We have a Wonder Woman-like analogy here. That would be Wonder Jin. Okay, you have G-Man or Geno Man. Okay, okay. This is American Crusader. Okay, it's Major Max and so on. Earth 9. Basically, Superman is like this very powerful, mental, intellectual guy. So this is actually Superman. You would think this guy is Superman, but that's Captain Atom. So they switched the roles. Captain Atom usually is a scientist, usually, it's kind of swapped around. Then you got Batman that looks like a knight. You have Green Lantern, and you have Flash. Earth 10 is all about if you had Nazi rule. Superman comes into a place where it's under Nazi rule. So he's no longer known as Superman, he's known as Overman, and he leads something called Leatherwing. So this is the Wonder Woman analog, Batman analog. I'm not too sure if that's a Flash analog. Looks like a Flash analog. You see that there, right? This is like a Green Lantern analog, and they go up against Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters, I think they're called. This would be like the Aquaman here. It's very interesting. Earth 11. The Amazons took over the world, so you no longer have Superman. You have Superwoman, Batwoman, Aquawoman, and now they swap roles, right? So this is Wonder Man. This is a futuristic world. This is where Batman Beyond is. So you have Justice League Beyond. So you have here Superman, Batman Beyond. This is Big Barter. Okay. You got the Flash. This is not called the Atom. He's called Micron. You got Warhawk. You got a Green Lantern here, and you got Aqua Woman or Aqua Girl. Earth 13 is very important because Earth 13 is where this super demon comes down. He calls himself super demon. He's like a warlock from Merlin's time, Camelot. Comes from actually a planet called Camelot. And this super demon, which is this guy here, of course, he's the head of the League of Shadows. Yeah, League of Shadows. That's right. And he basically has the following people. Okay, he has Hellblazer. He has Anataz. He's got Witch Boy. Okay, this is probably Witch Boy here. Swamp Man. Fate. This is probably Fate right here. So that's like Dr. Fate, you know. Ragman. It's probably this dude here. Then you got Dead Man, which is probably this dude here. And then you have Enchantress, which is this one here. Okay. Now, I just want to make one more point. Enchantress, as you know, remember in Suicide Squad they were saying she came from another dimension? Well, that makes sense. She came from Earth number 13. Okay. And she's a succubus, which is a woman witch. And Incubus is her brother, but I don't think that's his actual name. His actual name is probably something else. Probably even came from this world. So that explains that. They're actually heroes on that world. Then you have, skip all these Earths. Earth 16 is basically children of superheroes. They prospered, they overcame all the adversaries. They have nothing else to do. They just reenact scenes. In Earth 17, the stakes are pretty high because of a big nuclear fallout. So everyone kind of mutated a bit, and because of that, they're looking for a cosmic grail to overcome Darkseid. They know about Darkseid the Destroyer. But again, the analogs are there. You have Captain Atom, Batman, Wonder Woman here, Martian Manhunter. Here, this is very interesting. This is Earth 18. What's interesting about Earth 18 is El Diablo is there. This is El Diablo right here. It's kind of more like a Western, so most of the characters here, you see a Wonder Woman-like character here. What else we got? We have Green Arrow back there. You know, this looks like a Batman character, you know? This may be the Flash, who knows? Earth 19. Earth 19 is where you have Gotham by Gaslight Batman. He belongs to Earth 19. Basically, it's an era where Queen Victoria, she died. King Edward moves the world forward in technology, but the clothing and the styles are kind of Victorian. So you have Wonder Woman here, you have Batman here, you have the Flash back here, you have Atom here, but they're called by different names. So you have the Shrinking Man, Wonder Woman, Accelerated Man, right? And you got Batman. No Superman. Earth 20. Okay, so Earth 20 is again another analog of the Justice League, basically. It's a binary universe, which is a binary with Earth 40. Earth 40 has the villains, Earth 20 has all the heroes. So, for instance, this is a Green Lantern, but he's kind of like a mix between Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern. You see what I'm saying? This is like Captain Atom and Superman, you know. He's called the Mighty Atom. You have the Green Lantern, which is this guy here. You have Immortal Man, which is like Superman. You have, what else we got? Lady Blackhawk. She's kind of like, you know, Hawker, right? But she's also probably mixed with Batman. Who knows? And then you have here, Doc Fate. Oh, sorry. This is Doc Fate. My bad. And this is Captain Atom back here. Okay, so it's Doc Fate there. Sorry, my bad. In this world, this is a very interesting world because this one reminds me more of a lighter sort of superhero world. Because JFK was existing, he lived there, and for some reason he became a superhero, superhuman, or whatever. So what we have here is some very happy, more or less happy, Justice League characters. So we have Martian Manhunter, we have Wonder Woman, we have the Flash, we have Green Lantern, and then this guy here, he's actually a guy you'd find in The Watchmen, I think. I think he's a Watchmen character. So I don't know why that's there, but it's there. And then we have Earth 22. Earth 22 is basically Kingdom Come. Okay? So the superheroes, they get out of control. Superman comes back to try and create order and justice. So here's Superman here, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman actually looks like Wonder Woman in Kingdom Come. This is the Flash. It looks like the Flash from Kingdom Come. These are all older people. Batman's an older dude as well. Alright. Then you have Power Girl, Green Lantern. etc. Earth 23. Earth 23, you have Kal-El. This is a different Kal-El, not Kal-El, but Kal-El. He comes to this world, and as a result of that, you have a whole set of superheroes that started to appear on the scene. A lot of black superheroes. So here we have Kal-El, who's Superman here. You have Nubia, who is the Wonder Woman. You have Green Lantern here, Batman. You have Steel. You have Vixen. Right. This one is just total cartoon characters. This is Earth 26. So it's pretty funny. You can check that out. This is Earth 27, 28. You go skip down to Earth 30, I think. Oh, okay. Earth 29 is a bizarro world. So everything's back for front. So you have an Unjustice League instead of a Justice League. Okay. Then you have Earth 30. Earth 30 is Russian. Of course, Batman is the rebel here. He's going up against Superman. Lex Luthor also is masterminding his plot to try and stop Superman. In the end, he does defeat Superman, Wonder Woman. Batman also betrays Superman to be able to bring him down. It's kind of like Injustice. You know, you ever seen Injustice? Okay, something like that. Then you have Earth 31. Earth 31 is very interesting in that there's a lot of things that happen to the world, so it's kind of apocalyptic. Superman is not called Superman, it's called Captain Leatherwing. And then you have, of course, the Batman analog, you have Catwoman analog, you have an Aquawoman analog, okay? So, you know, there's an Aquaman here. So, you know, it's very interesting. Earth 32, again, this is more of a mesh of characters. So you have Bat Lantern, which is a combination of Batman and Green Lantern. You've got Black Arrow, so that combines Black Canary and Green Arrow. You got Aqua Flash, Aquaman and Flash. You have Super Martian, instead of Martian, Green Hunter and Superman. And then you have here Wonder Hawk. So Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl. Okay, and you've seen this before because I did it in a video on alternate universes. In this one, everybody's normal. The only thing that's not normal is Ultra Comics, so people tap into the comics through that. They personify it as a man. You got Earth 34. Earth 34, again, you see all of the classic characters here. This would be like the Superman analog, Wonder Woman analog, Batman analog, Flash analog. Some of these characters, I don't know who they would be in terms of this would be Cyborg. Okay, I don't know who this big strong guy would be. He could be I don't know. So basically, you have Cosmoville Savior, which would be Superman. You'd have Light Brigade, which would be the Lantern guy. I guess it would be this guy. You'd have Herculina, which would be like Wonder Woman. You'd have Radman, who would be like Batman. Goodfellow, which would be this big, strong, huge dude. Formula One would be like the Flash. Ghostman, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to say about Ghostman. Master Motley. Cutie would be this little girl here. And the Stingray. I guess the Stingray would be this guy. I'm not too sure. Here again, you have another Earth in which, again, you have Atom Man. Supremo would be this guy. You would have Starcop, which would be this guy. You'd have Mercury Man, which would be like the Flash. You'd have Miss X, which would be like Black Canary. You'd have Morphing Man, which would be like Plastic Man. You have Majesty, Queen of Venus. This is the same thing as Diana, Queen of the Amazons. You'd have Olympian, which is this guy right here. And then you have the Owl, which would be like Black Batman. Earth 36. It's basically Justice 9. Omega Man, basically, or O-Man, would be like Superman. And then you have Red Racer, who would be like the Flash. Iron Knight, that would be like Batman. Bow Boy would be like Green Arrow. Blackbird would be like Black Canary. Flashlight would be like the Green Lantern. Cyberion would be like Cyborg. War Woman would be like Wonder Woman. Merman would be like Aquaman. Okay. Earth 37 is mostly about criminals, strangely, but you can almost see the analogs here. Here's Batgirl. Here's Robin. This is almost like a world of Batman, maybe. Maybe this guy's like Batman. I don't know. Shit. This is the Green Lantern looking guy. This is the Joker lady. I don't know what these two guys are. They look like this guy looks like a leader of a fleet, and this guy looks like a pirate. Now, Earth 38 basically recaps the original Batman and Superman. If you notice, they're in the original costumes. Here's the original Superman, original Batman. And then you have their generations after them. So this is the Batman generation after. I don't know if this is an Aquaman, it looks like, a generation after. Here it looks like Supergirl, or the original Supergirl. Alright, so basically they have the original 1930s people, and then they have their children, and basically it's a whole family of children and people who are heroes in this universe. Then you have Earth 39, again, mostly kind of a hybrid sort of thing. They call it the home of the Agents of Wonder. It's Organization of United Nations Super Spies. You got Cyclotron, which is like Cyborg, which is this guy right here. I think one of them. And then you have Dr. Nemo. Dr. Nemo has to do with water. So that'd probably be this dude. And this is probably Cyclotron. And then you have Corvus, which would be like Batman. Accelerator. It's either this guy or this guy. I can't tell. I can't tell. Dr. Nemo may be this guy. I really can't tell. But I would say this, alright? And you have Psyman. I don't know if that's Green Lantern. Not Green Lantern, I mean Martian Manhunter. I don't know. Earth 40. These are a bunch of villains again. This is what they come up against. Earth 20. Okay. Then you have Earth 41. It's a group of heroes. They give their lives and stuff. And this is like a Martian Manhunter kind of guy. It's called Spore. You got Dino Cup. There's Dino Cup right there. You got Nimrod Squad. The Nimrod Squad consists of Nightcracker, the Scorpion. There's a Scorpion right here. Guess that's Nightcracker. And Sapolka. Maybe that's her. It's like the Wonder Woman analog. It's like the Rorschach analog, kind of like. Earth 42. Made of these little guys. They're really cute. Steel, Batman, Wonder Woman. The problem is that Superman got killed by a villain in Earth 45. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So here's Earth 43. They're all vampires. Earth 44 is a guy like a Lex Luthor analog who created all these superheroes, and he called them the Metal League. You have Gold Superman, you got Iron Batman, you got Platinum Wonder Woman, you got Mercury Flash, Metal Hawkman, Elongated Man, and he's made of tin and lead Green Arrow. Alright, looks like Lex Luthor made them. And then you got this Earth 45. Earth 45, this guy here, who's called Super Doomsday. Super Doomsday kills. He somehow ends up in Earth 42. He kills Superman of that Earth. And they actually, in Earth 45, Lois Lane and Clark Kent and Jimmy Olsen make this Superman. But then the people of the place called Overcorp, they go and they create this Superman from this Superman. But this Superman turns out to be uncontrollable and evil, and so he's really Super Doomsday. And he leaves that universe causing a lot of mayhem. He kills Superman of Earth 42 and Optiman of Earth 36 before he gets beaten down by President Superman of Earth 23. Okay. Let's see here. Earth 42 is a bunch of hippies. They're all superheroes, but they're hippies. So this would be like the Green Lantern hippie, Superman hippie, Flash hippie, you know, Captain Atom hippie, and so on. Earth 48. Everything's epic in that Earth. Everything, everything. It's just a bunch of superheroes, so it's very epic, and supervillains. Earth 30 is when Lex Luthor kills the Flash, and because he kills the Flash, he was the president, Superman sentenced him to death and killed him, and then they started to police the world under sort of authoritarian rule. And then the last Earth is Earth 51, where animals and humans, their roles are interchanged, but this boy and a tiger, they decide to try and turn things back around so that humans could at least operate alongside the animals. So those are the 51 Earths in the DC multiverse. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I also hope you understand now how there are different dimensions. Now you can ask yourself, where does the CW fit into this universe? That would be a great question. Another thing that would be very interesting for you to ask yourself is, if the DCEU is kind of emulating Earth 1, then you probably could figure out and fill in the blanks. What is the missing person in the Justice League, and who's actually going to be entering the Justice League that hasn't entered the Justice League as yet, besides Superman? Okay? On that note, you guys have a great one.